From Brother Bakht Singh's Sharing of God's Word.
From Hebron Archives, Sharing God's Word, May 21st. The Lord shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways. Deuteronomy 28:9. The men of Benjamin allowed a few Jebusites to remain in Jerusalem. They were first living there as slaves. Later they became a very strong nation. When David and his men came to Jerusalem, the Jebusites began to mock David. They began to say, "Who is David? Even a blind man can go and fight with David." They had gained so much ground in Jerusalem that they were mocking and ridiculing David, the man of God. How sad it to see that we as believers are also suffering many losses. I am talking now to those who say they are born again. No doubt for a short time they had abundant joy, great zeal, great peace, and a great hunger for God's word. But now we find them in darkness, defeat, failure, the jealousy, and the barrenness, because not only one but many Jebusites have found their way into their hearts, into their homes, and into their families. It was not an easy job for David to drive out those Jebusites. God had to prepare him in his own way. First of all, God took David through 8 long years of painful suffering through Saul and Absalom and others. Then he brought him to Hebron. There he kept him for 7 years and 6 months, and from thence he brought him to Zion. Only then was he able to driven out from Zion. Then came the heavenly plan, then came the temple, and then came the glory. Watch Mount Zion, a life-changing truth for daily messages from Sharing God's Word.